So Sultai Control is something we played a little bit of before this set released. And Tamiyo seems like she could be a sweet addition to the deck. So her +1 lets her lock down an artifact or creature, kind of being a form of pseudo removal. Her -X can rebuy things like Binding and Citystalker and Wrenn and Seven. And then her -7 can make you want to take your computer and throw it through the window when you spend all of your Planeswalker loyalty to make an artifact that gets destroyed by your opponent's channel land. So really flexible card with lots of different abilities you can use. We have Siphon Insight as an additional way to win the game by grabbing threats off of our opponent's deck. And we've got a lot of spot removal and sweepers and other interactive bits to keep us alive, hopefully. Let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. Why does Tamiyo say completed in the text box? Tamiyo says completed in the text box because if you look at her mana cost very closely, there's a Phyrexian mana in her mana cost. And if you pay 2 life for the Phyrexian mana, she comes into play with fewer loyalty counters on her. All right, they're going to be playing a control deck, and this is going to be great. We're going to keep this hand. That's going to be awesome. Don't play a basic forest. Yes! Victory! We're so smart and thin, chat. We drew another card that's good against control. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Duel me, daddy. Oh, they're mid-rangey. Yikes. Still not aggressive, at least. In my opinion, one of the best things to come out of the MTG Melee era of Magic the Gathering is the fact that open deckless tournament have become the norm for competitive stuff. Open deckless tournaments are so much better for people that want to play interactive Magic and that are good at Magic. Being able to make intelligent mulliganing decisions game one, instead of just guessing what type of deck they're on and like hoping your hand lines up, is so much more satisfying. They're going to draw 2 more cards here. It's a little scary. I think we're taking Tamiyo. Probably Siphon Insight. Yeah, most other non-Magic digital card games have some type of way to let you make intelligent mulliganing decisions in the one game that you play. Hearthstone, Hex, Runeterra, Mythgard, all of these things give you some small piece of information so you can make smart mulliganing decisions. This is a Citystalker Connoisseur as a blocker. Stem the bleeding here a little bit. Tagging Legion Angel is big. Yeah, there's a good chance this is their only Legion Angel. Completed is a new keyword. Do you have a take on companions as a mechanic? Yeah, I actually really like companions as a mechanic. Because they do what I just described. Which just lets you have a little bit of extra information about the game. That being said, I think the fact that Wizards intends to not make any more companions ever again seems likely. I think they probably should ban all of the companions in every format. I think they probably should just be deleted from the game if they're not going to make more of them. I think if companions could have become a regular part of the game that came out, a few per year or something, so there were a lot of different ones to pick from with different conditions and scenarios. What's going on, Robo Snake Ape? Thanks for 25 months. Yeah, we've had some good games of Magic today, for sure. Yeah, I agree, Hobbit. I think the design space on companions was great and worth exploring. Alright, so we've got 4 shots at a Meathook Massacre here. Three of them are guaranteed to be spells. Man, our opponent's playing a combo deck, chat. Sedge. I think we're dead, right? I can Meathook for 2. None of our sweepers in our top 20 cards. More than that too, right? Because we Memory Deluged. Put 2 cards in the bottom, top 21 cards. Spot removal's pretty mediocre here. Lolth sounds nice. Oh, this is a Disdainful Stroke matchup. Probably not. Throw the extra Go Blank in. Clearing out Rite of Oblivion from their graveyard has value. Yeah, instead of addressing the 2 companions that were overtuned in Lurrus and Yorion, Wizards instead decided to make a change that made all non-Lurrus, non-Yorion companions unplayable, essentially. You'll see some of them on the extreme fringes on occasion, but really, they only get played if, like, your deck happens to have them for free anyways. Yeah, Amori's design specifically is just, like, so rough. Yeah, we will get a 30-card Alchemy Neo release about a month after the set release, chat. They said it will be after the next set championship. When exactly, we don't know. They haven't told us yet. We know it's going to have 30 cards in it. How many packs do you normally need to open the full set? Depends on what you mean by full set. Do you mean like getting the entire set out of packs themselves? Do you mean getting enough wild cards with cards that you open? Do you mean just a play set of rares? There's a few different factors. I personally open somewhere between 200 and 280 packs per set usually. Your mileage may vary depending on what your goals are. We're so good at Magic, chat, we're gonna land screw off of 2 decks simultaneously. Does it count as a 3-way if I'm getting land screwed by 2 decks at once? Judge? Can I get a flavor judge ruling on that? McGrushin, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Thanks for having me around, Epithet. We need to rage add a land to their deck. Oh, chat, you're great. Rage add a land to their deck. Let me just like play another Citystalker. I guess they discarded this last time, but they just drew a couple of cards, right? And then next turn, if we brick on the land for the turn, we can Siphon Insight them, draw a land, and then go blank. This card's very powerful. It's possible that the fact that we're only playing 2 copies is wrong. We'll hold on to the Discover the Formula to hopefully gas back up with here. What's going on, Hutch? Thanks for 11 months. Welcome back. I think we just chill and we discover this turn. We're gonna get to start grinding with this Bankbuster. Bankbuster seems like it slots really well into this black-white shell. Seems very powerful. Hey, Neodust, thanks for the prime. There's a ton of great places you can send those Bezo bucks every month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending them this way this month and keeping me around. I mean, to be fair, it's not playable because it's Mind Rot. It's playable because it exiles the graveyard, right? Like, that was basically a discard 3 there, because it got my Siphon Insight as well. Yeah, Untapped is great. If Wizards would just work with them a little bit more, I would bet there would be 0 downtime on release day. You like that I'm a level-headed, normal-ass dude. I think calling me a normal-ass dude as an American insinuates that I'm fat. Are you calling me fat? Not strictly a combo, but also not terrible. We just empty their hand here. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm definitely fat, chat. Oh, why do they draw so many cards, chat? Why do they draw so many cards? I mind rotted them twice, and they ended the turn with 2 cards still. I just misclicked that. We're probably dead anyways, but that's definitely a misclick. The black-white deck is really good. I think if you asked me to pick the two best decks in Alchemy at the moment, I would definitely say the black-based Meathook deck with the white splash like they were playing there. They had some neat new cards in it too. And then the green-red Wolves deck. Yeah, Deadly Dispute is like better Village Rites in most instances. The fact that it can sacrifice artifacts too is really strong. Whoa! Is the first time we've hit... Is my brain just pudding and I haven't been paying attention, or is it the first time we've hit this game board today? We've been playing Magic for like 4 hours, right? We must have hit it already and I just wasn't paying attention. I feel like someone else would have commented on it, right? Wizards of the Coast, please, for the love of God, take my money and let me pick the game board that I can play on. Okay, and this is, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat here on for a second, chat. And let's conspiracy theorize. Do you notice how this board has this very nice divider line down the middle here? Almost like it's segmented into 2 different parts? Maybe, just maybe, this board could be the first working towards designs where each player gets their own battlefield like a playmat, like Runeterra does. In Runeterra, your game board is a customizable cosmetic that occupies your half of the playfield. Yeah, this feels like it could be a test. Well, no, so, and chat, here's the reason. No, see, the people that are saying this cuts into profits, don't be dumb, chat. Selling game boards is very profitable. The reason why game boards are a thing that we could realistically be getting, chat, is because this makes money. A lot of the stuff people complain about and ask about, whenever anybody brings up a spectator mode, for example, those people are idiots. Spectator mode's not going to make any money. You sell $5, $10, $20 customizable game boards, you will make piles of money, chat. Just gobbles and gobbles and hand over fist, giant clubs of money. Yeah, making things that you can sell are the things that the arena team gets budget for. Because, yeah, correct. There's a very tangible, we spend effort on this thing and it turns into this thing over here. I'm gonna kill this now before they can untap that protection for it. Happy Neo Day, Mike. Thanks for the 54 months. Welcome back. So there's one thing that I really can't stress enough for people that aren't familiar with the corporate world and software development and stuff. When I'm critical of things talking about Arena, it is in no way reflective of the individual people that do development work on Arena. There are a lot of very talented individuals that care a lot and work very hard to try and make Arena be a good product for all of us. Failures at a large company that produce software like Magic Arena are always the management's fault. It's always the people that are deciding what gets the budget and what gets worked on that create the shortcomings that you see in Arena that we're often rightfully critical of. Especially in the games industry too. Like most of the people who do software stuff in the games industry are there because they love the work, because the games industry notoriously pays worse than doing software work in the non-games industry, because working on games is fun. And it can be fun, but also they use that as a reason to pay people less on average. Capitalism. Damn. All right, I think we're gonna open on Deluge here because we can find a 2-mana removal spell for this. Nice, nice. Should have stayed in school. For those of you at home talking about how we've managed to stabilize this game, you'll note that I drew Meathook Massacre. Meathook Massacre, good at stabilizing against creature decks. Somebody write that down. This is valuable testing information. Extra Flunk, couple of Bloodchiefs, Thirst. We'll cut the Go blanks. Probably trim a Discover the formula. Click Submit. Click Submit. By the way, we've been plugging the next open that's coming up February 19th. There's a small typo on the MTG Melee Twitter graphic. They posted that our event was Boomer Magic. It is definitely Alchemy. We'll be playing mostly Alchemy for the next week or so to help people hopefully find decks to play in that open tournament. I love that there's slightly different clicking animations depending on where I click on the board. Very good tactile feedback. I think this is a land. We're not leading on this because this can be untapped next turn if we want it. Definitely cannot flunk the pack leader currently, but if they go land into another spell, we can. Stayed in school up. I'm gonna Siphon Insight now because I can hit a 1-drop I want to play. I'll take a 4/4 for next turn, huh? Okay. We'll cast Ulvenwald Oddity. They'll cast Blizzard Brawl. We'll die. There's a good chance they board Blizzard Brawl out in this matchup, huh? They could have Ranger's Guile or whatever it's called. Snakeskin Veil? Yeah, that one. We knew that was coming because they didn't level the Ranger's class this turn. Alright, and then we're dead on board, right? We could do this, make a 5/5, but then we take 5/8, and then the layer is lethal. I think there's a chance that Tamiyo not having a particularly good Unite ability means that she's not particularly great as a card. Her ultimate is just not particularly good. The fact that like the artifact token's not hexproof or anything is real middling. Guess we'll keep 4 lands Doomblade Sweeper. No, her Unite is definitely worse than Cinderace. Cinderace's Unite is often game-winning when you're in the Zapdos pit, and Tamiyo's Unite ability is just gonna get killed by a channel land. Oh my god, it gets Divine Purged. Fuck that card, chat. What just... Who? Like, I just don't have words to, like, describe... Like, it's actually there's a chance that at 4 mana, Divine Purge is still unreasonably good. Why does it exist? Why? Who thought this was okay? We are completed.
Go, share the story of Phyrexia with your people. Such an imperfect form.
He is perfect, chat. Perfect. Bant Kasmina with the Wanderer. It could be okay.
Our will cannot be denied.
Our will. So we're like the Phyrexians are like the Geth chat. Is that what I'm understanding correctly? What's going on, Cloudman? Thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back.
Bow before Phyrexia.
Stay in school, kids.
You do not write this story.
Allow me to tell you the story of my people. I'm pretty sure her emblem is not good enough. Her emblem, her ultimate is not good enough for me to just rip it here. So I think we just pass and we want to get her to 8 before we make the thing. Her being a piece of soft removal this game was really good.
My notes process ignorance into intelligence.
Wait. Does that mean she can translate for Twitch chat? My notes process ignorance into intelligence? She cracked the code, chat. She figured it out. Journal's obviously cracked, chat. We made it and they conceded the game. She's never met a Twitch chat. That's fair. That's fair. She doesn't know what she's dealing with. We did get a little bit of an animation with our not emblem there. Archeon, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. What are your thoughts on using Tamiyo with permanents that have ETBs? I think putting a bunch of bad cards in my deck to try and make my card like Tamiyo that's already has questionable playability is not a good line of play. Here's Jeff Hoagland's new set deck building advice. Put more playable cards in your deck and you will win more matches of Magic. That is my Jeff Hoagland deck building advice of the day. Ooh, Gainsay. This isn't fair. I'm just a lowly diamond player. We got queued into Mythic number 8. This is bullying, chat. Yes, Gainsay is Andrew Cuneo. Are in the MPL, please nerf. I'm not really familiar with Cuneo on a personal level. Someone that I've tuned into the stream for on occasion always seemed fine, but not super familiar. Tezzeret, it's great.
I have no reservations about cutting down the opposition. I can practically taste success already.
Zinsis, thanks for the 27 months. Welcome back. There's some good animations in this set. Seems like they didn't skimp on the planeswalkers. I'm gonna shift through this Siphon Insight, I think. Flunk you. Attack Tezzeret. Pass.
Progress is power.
Play Neo gets you 3 free Neo packs. Having a deluge of memories. This is a power word kill for the Den of the Bugbear angle. Oh, I guess I have Field over in. Hey, Modiv, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. I'm gonna kill this Den and then play Tamiyo, I think.
My flesh was a sickness. Now I am cured. History belongs to Phyrexia.
Oh, their hand's not particularly good, chat. Oh, please let them kill Tamiyo. God, that artwork is gorgeous. What a beautiful color palette.
Results. Keep working.
Yeah, the fact that Wizards doesn't do high-res, easy access high-res artwork for Magic cards is a real travesty. I would love a Bank Buster. Alright, so... I think I take a hit. Oh, I guess are these artifacts? These are not artifacts, right? So they can't make it a 4/4? I think I'm gonna tap land, Bank Buster, draw a card, and then we'll plan to Meathook next turn.
Progress is power.
Forest is in army.
How's Bank Buster felt? We haven't played it in a control deck yet. This might actually be a deck we might want to try it in. This is the opponent's Bank Buster.
Results.
It did grow wheels momentarily. All I know about Tamiyo is she keeps trying to sell me essential oils, and I'm thinking about unfriending her. I wonder if they have a win con in their deck we haven't seen yet. I'm gonna take that as a no. This is a Tamiyo out matchup, right? They just like can braid her emblem. They don't have anything she can really lock down. She gets attacked by their tokens. I guess her like bringing back Citystalker was fine, but like Citystalker is just also not very good here. It's a go blank matchup, probably. I could board in as many as these. This binding kills their planeswalker, which is nice. I guess the power word kills aren't particularly good here, huh? I can cut those. Yeah, Tez is probably their primary win con, so bindings and Bloodchiefs seem like they have a lot of value. Probably don't need all 4 Meathooks here, huh? Think I cut as many as 2? I'm gonna try my Hagra Mauling. I'm on 25 lands plus these. Like these are lands, so if I squint, we have like 28 still. I do occasionally trim a land in my 29 land decks, don't tell anyone. Sometimes. Shh, it's like cheating. Maybe because of the potential for Brittle Blast, I'm supposed to start Siphon Insight there. Could see that being correct. Another spell in their deck, chat. Tezzeret's really good with Bankbuster. It just taps to draw a card. Nagate sounds good. Oh, if I do this, I can't flashback Insight this turn. Sag. They play something worth negating. We will Field of Ruin them and then negate. No, summoning sickness doesn't impact vehicles. Obviously, they have 2 creature lands here, but I just need to get a second black. Tamiyo actually felt pretty okay against mono green. I boarded it out here. Tamiyo seems good in the matchups where they have a creature you want to lock down. So maybe that means it's not actually that good in this format. Hard to say. Have a random artifact for your artifact deck. Baker's actually pretty okay for them. Get this negate out there. I need to binding this. I'd like to generate more lands anyways. This helps us do that. It's gonna draw another card and then make a token that I have to deal with down the line, so. Just hitting my land drops here. Definitely need more black sources. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total here. Not quite enough to Wrenn plus something else. I guess I can Deluge plus Insight. Let's Deluge and see what we find. Why don't we have any creeping corrosions at our sideboard for this matchup? Asking the real questions. I'm gonna grab the Insight and the Meathook here. I want a Meathook to clean out some of these tokens after the fact, I think. We get 3 shots at a land before next turn. Oh, this lets them make a mana for the Whirler Maker. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing. They can play the top card of their deck now. God. Oh, I got greedy. Was off the top. We don't need a win condition, chat. What part of the game that you're currently watching indicates I need a win condition? Especially when they can just, like, make Thopters to block it. I want untapped lands. I want to make mana, and I'm going to win the game with what we have here. So I can't quite do this and this. I think I'm just gonna do this. The counter spell in hand. It's funny, our break expectations is gonna lose us this game. If we hadn't used the break expectations to give them the Whirler Maker, this thing wouldn't have had anything relevant to reconfigure onto. I mean, the deck just, like, they wouldn't be doing anything if we hadn't given them that, right? I'm just gonna cut the break expectations. Yeah, this card, the more I play with this card, the less good it seems. What's going on, Midnight? Remember, if you ever drop by and we are in sub-only mode, you've got that Prime icon next to your name that gives you a free sub every month here on Twitch. Supposing, I guess. It did in fact break our expectations. With Hullbreaker Horror being made worse and Lear being made worse, there's a good chance Break Expectations is just worse than Duress now, right? Because those were the primary things you wanted to take in the control matchup that Duress couldn't take. And both of those cards are less common than they were last time we put that sideboard together. That's probably a swap I'll make. Pick up. I mean, I wouldn't really want to bring in a discard spell in a mid-range matchup anyways. Break was there because there were a lot of important non-creatures you wanted, there were a lot of important creatures you wanted to take in the control matchups. It just isn't really true anymore. Afternoon, Avian. Just gonna do this and grab my second blue here. Yes! Yeah, exactly that. Couldn't be countered and protected themselves on the board is an accurate summary. Alright, so they obviously have a ton of counter spells in their hand. Unfortunately, we're not really making inroads with our disruption against the Bankbusters. Afternoon, Worky. Yeah, we're losing this control matchup because our 29 land deck has missed a bunch of land drops now. Our opponent has not only generated a lot of card advantage, but they've also hit their land drops while generating card advantage, so just gonna kind of get buried here. Attempt to kill the chip. Bankbuster is going to start attacking us now, too. I guess we can Meathook this 1-1. It feels like we just kind of died a slow death here. It's a 1-1 that can crew things that are too bigger than itself. I assume nothing we do is resolving. Yeah, opponent's deck seems like it makes really good use of Bankbuster. It seems like a powerful card. Bankbuster with Tezzeret especially, letting Buster just tap to draw a card without needing to spend mana seems really strong. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon. I'm feeling kind of off this deck. It doesn't seem very good. I don't know that there's... This card is basically useless in the control matchups, and you're having a 5-mana Planeswalker that isn't playable in your grindy matchups seems just like not anywhere you want to be in life. Like, it can't tap them off of creature lands. There's so much graveyard exile in the control matchups because of things like Go Blank. Her ultimate ability just doesn't do anything meaningful because there's so many ways to destroy artifacts in the interactive matchups. So, yeah, I'd kind of be surprised if this card finds a playable home anywhere. In this format, I think the design is neat, but the power level is just not there. It's too easy to interact with, and the payoff that you get from it is not high enough for when you do play it out. Maybe in a format where attacking and blocking with creatures is good, this card could be good because her +1 letting you lock down an opposing creature felt really reasonable. But there just aren't enough, single, 3 to 4, the creature decks are, going wide, or they're just, decks that aren't really playing creatures in a meaningful way. Yeah. So, alright, any rate, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to do some Pokemon Unite in the morning. We're going to play a couple of Magic the Gathering decks after that, and then we're going to play some more WWE Supercard at the end. I think my plan, loosely, is to do 2 Magic decks per day again moving forward. We're doing just 1 for a little bit, but with the new set dropping, there's a few other things we want to be exploring. So I think tomorrow we're probably going to do 2 Alchemy decks again, and then Monday we'll start exploring Historic with some of the new cards. We have... had a donation deck for a historic deck as well. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Remember, if you missed it, I think the Jeskai deck that we played first was definitely the best deck today. So we played some 2-mana Magma Opuses with Hinta and Magma Opus to get discounted. So that's going to get published on YouTube very soon. If you want to check that out, it'll be up there in the next half hour or so. Otherwise, if you're in for just live stuff, I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace, folks.